What are you looking at? Let me get these rods thrown out and I'll be back and say hi to everybody. And then I've got something I've got to fix, okay? I've got to remedy a situation. All right? But I already got 2 rods out. The rest of them are baited up. Let me get them thrown out and I'll come back and say howdy to everybody, okay? Man, I didn't realize the water was this shallow here. I would have probably picked somewhere else. But I've been fishing the deep holes for the last 2 weeks, and they haven't been paying off either. So I guess today we'll get some shallow water spots, some little attention, see if we can't get something going. Who all we got here? Me back all the way up to the top. All right, right off the bat here, Kitty Kitty says 29 minutes to go. You've been waiting for a minute. Appreciate that. Big Rich Catfishing, let's go. Hey, Big Rich. River Cats Tackle John. Pro staff, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Good to see you here, John. Welcome in. My beard's itching. Got fleas or something. Let's see. Drinking coffee and waiting. Mike Sampson. Mike Sampson in here. Sampy, what's up, baby? Everybody saying hi to everybody. PB Fishing. Paul Boyd, what's going on? Good to see you. Don Johnson. Good to see you. Good to see you. Here lately, I've been sitting behind the camera and so you can see the rods and I can keep an eye on them. But today I wanted to be out in front, like I used to do all the time. And I'll be turning around a lot because I can't see the rods in here. And maybe I'll turn around and get a surprise, or we just sit here and talk. It don't matter. But anyways, I wanted to be face to face with you today because got a couple things to do, and we're going to get them took care of. And we're going to do that here shortly. As soon as I get done saying hi to everybody. Captain Morgan. I am going to continue looking over my shoulder, though, because, I was always dreaming about that Christmas catfish. Maybe we'll get on one. I'm not holding out real high hopes in this spot right here. I haven't fished here since I was 16 years old. Haven't been in this spot in a long time. But I thought I'd give it a try. And I didn't realize it was going to be this shallow. I probably should have come down here and threw out a rod and checked it first before I carried all the gear down here and set up. But we're here now. We got everything down here. I'm not moving. So we're fishing shallow. There's spots out there where it's only 3 to 5 feet deep. But there's a big hole downstream and a big hole upstream. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? We'll give it our best shot. Jenny Stone Dawkins. Y'all, that's my sister right there. Hey, Jenny. Good to see you, sis. Love you. Merry Christmas. Let's see, you got to mix some Stacia Felt Stone days in there. Yeah, she don't fish in the wintertime. When it warms back up, we'll get Stacia back out here. Same with Coda. Coda, she goes, I'm not doing that cold. You can have it. Don Johnson, Captain Morgan, Dave Bozarth, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, I know you guys are all saying hi. I'm not trying to skip your comments. I'm just trying to get through here real quick. Maurice Kaysen, welcome in. Good to see you. Let's see, Fishing with Modog. I popped into Modog's live there tonight. I haven't been around Modog in a long time, and I kind of felt bad about it. I said, you know what? I need to go see old Modog. I said, I've been spreading myself way too thin, and had to take a minute and go by and see my buddy Modog. Man, he's got the cutest little daughter, man. You can just get rid of Modog and put her up there, and he'd probably have a better show. He has a great show. I'm not saying his show ain't good. I'm just saying I think she could probably beat him. That kid is something else, man. She just cute as she can be. Mark Kratz, one of my 7th Infantry Division brothers, stationed at Fort Ord, California with Mark back in the mid to late 80s. It's been a while, ain't it, brother? Love you, Mark. I miss you too, man. I miss all those guys, man. The guys from the 3rd Battalion, 27th, 7th Division. Wolf Hounds, baby. I miss those guys. I think of y'all a lot. Hillbilly Moonshiners, welcome in. Mississippi Life with Stephen Corley. What's up, Stephen? I'm just gonna keep peeking over my shoulder. Maybe we'll get on something. I think we made it to the bottom there. Send a link, absolutely. Let me do that right now. Well, thanks, Dang. Just do the live them now on, maybe. I'll grow some. You know what? You got to stay in there, Modog. You can't just let her take it over. But I'm telling you what, I think your viewers pick up whenever she's around. Let's see, Mark. All the best for Christmas. You too, Mark. I love you, brother, and I mean that. More than anything else. That is when I call people brothers and sisters. That's my catfish people. But that's like a whole nother level of brother right there. You got Mark Kratz and Kevin Melvin and a few of the other guys that I was in the service with. That we got a bond that just can't be broken, and it's hard to explain. But when you serve with those guys, you get it's almost, man, they're just as close to blood as they can be. Okay, now let me go ahead and drop that link. I did it wrong, Danny, you idiot. There we go. Now we're getting there. Hang on a second. Just give me a second here. You're rushing me. Y'all know I'm slower than smoke off the crap. There it is, Captain Morgan. Got your little linky poo in there, buddy. Just hit that link. Come on up. Uh, uh, I wanted to go over something real quick, guys, and this is not meant to be depressing or a Debbie Downer. I just got something I've got to fix. Okay, as many of y'all know, that I started the Christmas tag game. Where y'all? Let me get him up in here. Do add to stage. There you are. Can you hear me now? Y'all fishing? Where'd he go? You hit the wrong button, ding dong. Come on back. Is he still in the basement? No, he kicked himself out. Hit the link again and come back up, Captain Morgan. Okay, but I want to get through this real quick. As many of y'all know, I started the Christmas tag game. Okay, and I thought it was a pretty good deal where well, we got people involved in saying Merry Christmas to each other, and they was tagging people and stuff, and I was pretty happy with it, to be honest with you. But uh, I did get some messages and a phone call that some people were a little upset because uh, it seemed like everybody was tagging the same people, and there was a lot of people that were feeling left out. And I get it. I get it. I'm not trying to. Let me see if I can get this crazy boy back up in here again. You in there now? Stop touching buttons.
You see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Yeah,
Keep
I
your
caught
fingers off the phone.
I look like
Hey,
you back. I look like you back in the day, don't I?
I know, man. You do. You do. I used to have that long old hair, man. I did wore that cowboy hat. But hey, let me get through this real quick, man, and I'll holler at
Okay.
you.
Okay. Let me
But
put this up anyway. Okay.
yeah, go ahead and get your stuff set up while I'm explaining some stuff, people. But yeah,
Okay.
I got some
Thanks for
messages,
bringing
and
me
I even
on.
got a phone call that there were some people upset because they felt like they were being left out. And I
Yeah.
want you to understand. I want you to know that was absolutely not my intention. I never dreamed in a million years that starting a tag game where people say Merry Christmas to each other would cause any bad feelings toward anybody, and I did not mean to do that. I get it, and there's when you feel like everybody's just picking the same people, and leaving people out. That was you guys got to know that was never my intention to do that, and it bothers me and it hurts me deeply to hear that some people were upset, and I'm not ragging on them. I get it. Okay, and I'm gonna fix that. With Danny Stone, when if he does wrong, he fixes it. I just never dreamed that telling people Merry Christmas would turn into a, a negative thing. I honestly, you got to believe that I did not believe that would happen.
Merry
Okay,
Christmas.
yeah, but and there's some rare few Grinches out there that when they see you do something, you try and do something positive and push Christmas spirit and holiday cheer on there. They just want to bust your bubble, and that's very very rare. But there are people out there that do that because they just thrive on that. But the majority of them that felt upset were the ones that felt like they were excluded. And I'm apologizing for that right now. I'm sorry if you felt excluded. But Danny Stone's going to fix it. This was the first year I've done this. And it's rough. It's got some bugs. I've got to fix it. But here's my challenge I'm issuing right now. Okay? This is going to take care of it. All right? From now until midnight, Christmas Day. All right. I'm putting out there to challenge each and every one of you. What I want you to do is to go on YouTube, and you can either make a video or do a live. but the title of it has to be hashtag Catfish Christmas. Just put hashtag Catfish Christmas and go up and tell everybody Merry Christmas. You know, and if you want to tag some people to force them to make them do it, that's fine. But go out and tell everybody Merry Christmas, because we want to include everybody, because that's what we're all about. You know what I'm saying? We want to make everybody feel like they're welcome. Now, so everybody, I'm challenging all of you. I'm not calling out 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I'm calling out every one of you. Every single one of you in here. Put up hashtag Catfish Christmas and make a short video or a short live and tell your brothers and sisters Merry Christmas and spread some Christmas cheer. Man, let's just be happy. You know what I'm saying? Man, this time of year you're supposed to be smiling and having a good time. And I'm going to try to do everything I can to make that happen, okay? So there's your challenge. From now until midnight Christmas, let's see how many people we can get to make videos. They put hashtag Catfish Christmas, do your short video, do a short live. But here's the thing. You don't need Danny Stone to tell you to go around and tell people Merry Christmas. You should already be freaking doing that.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. Because we are a family. We are. And, you know, and sometimes you fight with your brothers and sisters, but that's normal. But Merry Christmas, everybody. There's the revised version of the challenge. It goes out to everyone. So you guys jump on that, do that. And let me go back and, yeah, bah humbug. I heard it. I knew if I count on anybody, it'd be freaking Buck Williams. Let me go back. While I was on my rant, I missed a bunch of y'all. You can give me crap.
Yeah, I caught me a Christmas fish yesterday. I caught a 42-pound flathead.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, we don't catch flatheads this time of year.
I caught a 42-pounder yesterday.
Nice. Hey, there's Catfish Junkie, one of my River Cats tackle brothers right there. Good to see him in here. Mr. Rogers. Merry Christmas, Mr. Rogers. Good to see you. He said, I enjoyed doing it and thank you for starting it. Yes, I just got to get the bugs out. Next year, I'll have it perfect. I'll get it worked out better. And we'll have fun. Can I do catfish / bass Christmas? Absolutely. Bass fishermen are people too. Barely. But you do qualify as human beings. Chad Thomason, welcome in. Good to see you. Dave Bozark, Merry Christmas. At the holidays, reach out. We need to do north-south fishing. Mark, you got it, brother. I'm going to have to get in touch with you because Mark, like I said, my wolfhound brother, he was in the military with me. Mark does a lot of kayak fishing, but he goes after all kinds of crazy stuff, man. He goes after pike and muskies and all kinds of weird stuff, man. I mean, he gets out there and gets crazy with it. Bass, you name it, he's throwing rigs in. He's throwing rigs trying to catch them. Joe Ziegler, Merry Christmas, brother. Good to see you in here. It's those dang crappie fishermen. Hey, now, I ain't hating on no crappie fishermen because I love to eat some crappie. I'm going to tell you something. Some of my best friends are crappie fishermen. I tell them, say, hey, man, if you catch any crappie, bring me some of them fillets, man. I don't dog out them crappie guys. They bring good food, man. Yeah, crappie fishermen feed you, man. You throw up some catfish fillets or some crappie fillets and you fry them up and you put them on a pan. That's some good eating right there. Man, I'm so close to the cotton picking. Man, I got barges all up on top of me today. I am real close to that channel. It is it's right there on top of me. But we're throwing this side of the channel right up into the shallow waters and seeing if we can't get on some fish. But anyways, we got all that out of the way. Everybody, I'm challenging you to go out there and make a video or do a short live. Hashtag Catfish Christmas. Or, yeah, hashtag Catfish Christmas. And you crappie and bass guys can put hashtag blah, blah, blah in there too if you want. It's got to start off with Catfish Christmas slash crappie slash bass, whatever you want to do. Okay? But let's all work together and get that done. The clock is ticking on it, so get your videos out there, get them up. We all want to see them. We all want to say hi to you. Captain Morgan, how long you been out today? Have you been fishing for a while or what?
Yeah, I started about 12.
Really?
I caught 10, 15 pounders, 10 to 15.
Well, I've been sitting here for about an hour and a half, but I didn't throw the rods out because I thought, man, if there's one fish out there, I don't want to catch it, Wally, before the live stream.
Yeah, I
here
caught
lately,
him
I go to a
before.
spot and I catch one fish and I'm done. You know?
Yeah.
Then I thought, well, I'm going to save that fish.
Yeah. I should catch one here. Should.
There's Catfish Biking. And Kelly Bullock in the house. Be up there in a bit getting some food. I don't blame you, man. My belly comes before a lot of things. It usually comes before me when I walk in the room. I walk in the room, the first thing that enters is my stomach. Eddie Gross, welcome in. Hello. We've got frozen skipjack. We've got some fresh shad that I just caught. And we are throwing the zombie carp today. I haven't thrown any zombie carp yet this year, but we're doing it today. What you got there, Captain Morgan?
Skipjack
that white bass?
Head. That's a skipjack head.
Skipjack head? I can't see the screen so that goes small.
I'm using skipjack.
I get it. I got a little tap on that Uncle Lou rod, the very first one a while ago, but he was just pecking at it. So I'm pretty sure it's just a little baby blue cat or maybe a little baby channel cat working on it. Well, we've got 37 people in the house on YouTube and 9 watching from Facebook. Love you guys. Merry Christmas, everybody. You know, I was on the waiting list to fish Brian B's nighttime challenge tonight. And I got thinking about it and I thought, you know what? I'm going to message Brian and see if he's got a spot because I was on the waiting list. And so I sent Brian a message and said, hey, if you got a spot, man, let me know. And I waited for a while. You know, Brian's a busy guy. It took him a little while to get back to me. But I waited for a while, and I said, to heck with it. I just loaded up the gear, and I went to the river, and I come over here and set up. Well, as soon as I got over here and got everything set up, Brian messaged me, and he said, dude, I've got one spot open tonight for you. So, yeah, he said, you can fish it. And I thought, dude, I'm already at the river, and I left all my lights at home. I have no way of doing that tonight. So I'm going to have to sit this one out. So I could have been in Brian's thing tonight, but I didn't know if he got my message or not. So I just said, you know what? Just go fishing and go over there and holler at everybody. And I got over here and Brian messages me after I get here and said, hey, yeah, I got a spot for you. And I said, well, I left all my lights and everything at home. I can't do a nighttime show now. So that's all right. I'm going to set that out. Somebody will fill that spot, I'm sure. If any of y'all are in there that are on the waiting list, get a hold of Brian, and if nobody is on a waiting list, then holler at him and fill that spot, man. Let's get some nighttime fishing done tonight. But for me right now, it would take me too long because I'd have to pack all this gear up, and I had a pretty long walk getting into this spot, or a pretty big job getting in here. And I'd have to pack all this up, carry it with me, run back home, grab the lights, grab the generator, grab everything, go get gas for the generator, then come back over here and set up again. And I just don't think I've got it in me. I just don't think I do.
Too cold at night. I'm not doing it.
Well, I can set the whole riverbank on fire, man. I mean, look at this. There's some big old freaking logs up there. Those are
Oh,
whole trees.
is it off
You
the
set
bank
one of those,
only?
huh?
Is it off the bank only?
No, no, no. Oh no, no, no.
Oh,
It's just a nighttime tournament. Bank boat.
no.
You go get him, buddy. Tell him I sent you.
No, I ain't fishing at night. Too cold.
If he would have gotten a hold of me before I left the house, I would have done it tonight. But I figured that it was already full because he didn't answer me back right away. And so I said, you know what? Just go to the river and go fish for a little while, and then go back home and spend a nice warm night on the couch.
He would have did it from like 7 to 4 or 5. I would have
Yeah.
7, 8 in the morning.
No, they wanted to do a night one. I don't get it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's
I
you know,
catch
some
more.
people are just into pain, man. They like that kind of stuff.
Shoot, I'm catching most of mine during the day.
The same people like chains and whips and stuff like that, you know. You know, and get the handcuffs out.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I feel bad enough already. I'm not going to punish myself.
Yeah.
But no, I would have done it tonight if I'd have known that he had a spot for me. Catfish Regulators, Aaron, with a $10 boom. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Aaron. Love you, brother, and appreciate you. Eric coming across there with a $10 boom. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, I just got a feeling in the back of my head, back of my neck. This spot that I fished in sucks worse than the spot that I turned down. I mean, this is some shallow freaking water here, man. I didn't realize it was this shallow until I got all set up and threw a rod out. I should have come down here and checked it first. But just to show you some of my, let me grab this real quick. There's our big head carp that we got for bait. We're just cutting up chunks of him, and we've got some of that on there. Nice and bloody.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I've got that out. I've got big head carp. I've got common carp. I've got skipjack. I've got shad. I think that's it. But we're running 8 rods and just mixing it up with all kinds of different bait today. Dallas Liebert, welcome in and Merry Christmas to you. Is my chat froze up? No, there it goes. Don Johnson, I said hi to him. Dave Bosar. Man, them rods could all got been bit behind my back and I wouldn't even known it because I ain't even been looking at them. Generally, when I do catch a fish, it's a situation like this where I'm not paying attention. I turn around and the rod bent down. But we'll see. We may wind up flipping the camera where I can get behind it and where I can keep a better eye on the rods. But for me to explain everything I had to talk about a while ago, I didn't want to be sitting behind the camera and telling y'all. I wanted to be out in front and giving you, just opening up my heart and telling you face to face, what was going on and how I felt about it. I didn't want to hide behind the camera and do it. I'll get out here in front of you because that's just, I believe that's the most respectful thing to do. Nothing disrespectful about getting behind the camera. I'm saying if you're trying to make a point to somebody. See, in this world today, you really got to tiptoe about everything you say because you just don't know if it's going to rub somebody the wrong way, man. It's scary. Did you say you don't like kittens? I don't like you. It'd be like, I was walking through the house and I tripped on a cat. Then everybody goes around saying, Danny Stone hates cats. That's how it goes, man. Mike Irvin, welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, the world, the interpretation of everything these days is just insane, man. You can't do anything without somebody picking it all to pieces. But I have no intentions of hurting anybody's feelings. I don't. Sometimes I do, but it is not intentional. I can assure you that. Oh, let's see. Yeah, I didn't need to be out here all night, no way, because I got grandbabies at the house, and I got up this morning and said, "You going fishing?" And I said, "Yeah." They go, "For real? We're here." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to be out all night. I'll be back after a while. We'll sit and watch Christmas shows or something tonight, and you can bake cookies with your grandma, and everything will be fine." I said, "But I'm not going to abandon you for the whole night like I do in the summer when I leave on Friday night and don't come back till Sunday afternoon." Feel like my camera's leaning just a little bit. I'll see if I can adjust that. There we go. That's too much. Well, it's hard to find that happy medium, you know what I'm saying? Well, a Christmas fish would be nice.
Yeah,
A pre-Christmas fish, actually.
I'll take another one.
I caught one fish last weekend. Me and Richard were out in the boat, and I hooked 2 or 3. But it was after that tournament. It was pouring rain and everything. And after the tournament's over, the skies cleared up a little bit. And we got on some spot and got on some channel cats. And Richard wanted some channel cats for supper. And we got lucky and got that took care of. Jeremy Holloway, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Merry Christmas, Jeremy. There's retired Rick. How's Rick doing today? Good to see you in here, brother.
Hey, Rick.
There's Bullets Barbecue. Merry Christmas, Danny, and happy holidays. Birthday to Jesus. Exactly. That's right. I'm going to come out and just kill a little bit of time, and I'll get out of the way and let Brian and all them do what they got to do tonight.
Yeah, my
God
wife's
bless.
out. She's out shopping, so I said, well, I'm going fishing.
See, now you freaking, like James, cool cat. Man, he got that big old yacht with all the heaters and air conditioners and big screen TVs on it and stuff, so it don't bother him to go out there in that crap.
No.
I'm gonna have to start putting a stipulation that when he's out in that big yacht, that he can't run no heat. You got to leave all your heaters at home, buddy.
Yeah, you got to feel the pain.
Exactly.
Like
Joey
us.
McCartney says, "Good luck." Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it. Like I said, I haven't fished this spot right here since I was probably about 16 or 18 years old. So it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It used to be a deep hole here. Not anymore. I come down through them rods out. I said, oh, because I was sitting at the house. I said, oh man, I know where a deep hole is that I haven't fished in forever, and I've forgotten all about it. And I drove straight over here and went around through the backwoods and walked down the bank, and cut through the trees, and got over here and set everything up because I remember there being a deep freaking hole here, and I got everything down here and set it up and got the camera going. And I threw out the first two rods, and it went kerplunk, and it hit bottom in like a half a second. I said, this is not good because I don't have time to move everything. We're just stuck here now. We are stuck in this shallow water spot and see if maybe some channel cats will come up in here. I don't know. I'm not holding out no hopes for no big giant blue cats. Not saying it couldn't happen. But I figure it's like Monopoly. We are not going to pass go, and we are not going to collect $200.
Yeah, I caught that 42-pound flathead. I caught it in about 25, 30 foot. That's all.
There you go.
That ain't
I think
deep around here.
The deepest rod I got out right now might be 6 to 8 feet deep. That's it. I've got them scattered out between 3 feet and 8 foot deep. It's not a good setup at all. It is not.
Yeah, I'm 32 right now. Foot deep. In front of a cove.
Yeah. Oh, we got hit. We got hit hard. Come on now. That's on the zombie cart too. That's a pretty good bump. Come on with it. I turned around just in time to see that Uncle Lou rod getting popped.
Yeah, they come up into shallows during the day. Still.
Well, I mean, it's pretty warm here right now. We're in the low 50s, and I think the high it's supposed to get close to 60 degrees here.
Yeah, that's supposed to do that here too. I don't think it's going to make it.
You know, and every year I do all the way up till last year, but I always fish on New Year's Eve because I want to try to catch the last fish of that year. You know, well, this year it's going to be pretty cool because we're going to do the same thing we did last year and the year before. This year it is going to be all this fishing in Lake Baldwin in Illinois. We're going to be doing the Jerry Parker's New Year's Eve Baldwin Bash. And there's going to be a lot of YouTubers showing up there. I'm going to be there. Richard Cluck.
Illinois?
Yeah, at Lake Baldwin. Baldwin Lake, whichever it is.
I don't like Illinois.
Chad D are going to be there. Josh Dunnigan.
I was raised in Illinois.
Huh?
I was raised in Illinois. I can't stand that state.
Well, I can handle Baldwin Lake, man. It's pretty cool, man. But this year I'm taking a cooler with me because I'm bringing some of them catfish back home.
Where's that at in Illinois? North or south?
It's south.
Way south, yeah.
Yeah. It's about, I think, a 2.5 hour drive for me. Maybe a little less than that. I'm trying to keep
an eye on look it up and see how far it is from Tennessee.
Yeah. Look up Baldwin Lake. BALDWIN. You need to come up there because, man, a bunch of them are bringing their boats. And they're going to be boats all over Baldwin that day from all the YouTubers. Like I said, Chad and D, Jerry Parker's going to take his boat. Josh Dunnigan will be there with his boat. I think Richard is going to have his boat up there. And if any bank anglers show up, if there's no bank anglers show up, I'm going to be on the boat with somebody else, one of those guys. But if we get bank anglers up there, I'm going to hang out with the bank anglers. But we will be broadcasting live on Jerry Parker's channel. And it's going to be a good time. We had a blast last year. Chris and Telly, Chad and Dee, everybody showed up, man. We try to sneak in old Matt from Want to Be Outdoors, get him up there if we can. I know last year, 217 Rebel Outdoors, my little brother, he was there. Jello, he shows up there. We just have a ton of really cool people on that show. Hillbilly Hondo, Merry Christmas, how you doing? I need to keep an eye on that Uncle Lou rod. Something's working it. I have not reeled any of these rods in yet, so for all I know, I'm hung up in a pile of rocks out there on every one of them. I'll be breaking off lines left and right here. We did get a pretty decent hit on that rod right there, and that is on the zombie carp, believe it or not. That's what that hit was on. They didn't go after the shad or the skipjack. They went after the zombie carp.
What's a zombie carp?
When I catch an invasive carp and I lay it up on the bank for about 2 or 3 days, and then you can do that in cold temperature and it doesn't spoil, but it kind of cures that carp because it dries it out a little bit from the outside. Dude, you never watched my zombie carp videos? I've caught crazy fish on zombie carp.
Yeah, I know you did, but I didn't know how you did it.
Yeah, in the wintertime, you just snag a carp, throw him up on the bank, hide him under a rock or something. I had one last year before last. I used that same carp for a month and a half. And I just left him on the bank under a rock. And I would come back to that spot and I'd flip that rock over and I'd cut a piece of that carp off and throw it out there. And man, I was catching all kinds of fish on that crap.
Wow.
You ask some of the people that's been watching me for a while, they know what I do with zombie carp. Matter of fact, the piebald I caught that had the question mark on its head, you know about that one, right?
Yeah.
Zombie carp. Caught that fish on zombie carp.
I'm gonna start walking the bank looking for dead fish.
They work, but don't do it in the summer because they're putrid.
Yeah.
It don't work in the summertime, man. But wintertime, it's like it kind of slow cures them.
They pick it up and it falls apart. That's no good.
Yeah, as long as you keep them just above freezing temperatures or below.
Yeah.
Anything just above freezing and below that, you can hide that carp on the bank and use that carp over and over again. And you ain't got to worry about taking it home and putting it up. And man, I catch all kinds of fish on them doing that. I got videos to prove it. And the thing about it is it don't spoil, not in the cold weather. Oh, I got a bump on the Muddy River rod. Now I've got a common carp on that, but it's the whole head off of it. I threw the whole head off of a common carp on that Muddy River rod. But these fish, they've been doing this for about a month now. They're just tapping. They're not slamming the rods. We're not getting any big takedowns or anything like that. Mike Young, hello, welcome in. 41 people in the house. Kelly says I can be there in 6 hours. Well, Kelly, come on up, man. They open up the Lake Baldwin opens up, I think it's 7 a.m. And we're usually sitting at the gate waiting for them to open. And they close, I think, at 4 or 5 p.m. And we go up there and do Jerry Parker's show all day long. but it's all of us getting together at Lake Baldwin and doing a New Year's Eve party, fishing party, man.
Is
It's
that
a
a steam
good
plant?
time. I promise you, you will not be disappointed.
Is that a steam plant?
Yes, it is.
That's what I was thinking.
And those catfish bite year round there. And in the wintertime, man, you can tear them up. But we
Yeah.
usually go up there and so a lot of us will take coolers with us because I don't think there's a limit on those fish. You can take as many of them as you want because they're trying to thin them out. There's so many of them in there that they're not getting big. They stay about a pound to 2 pounds. And man, we go up there to cooler and just fill it up and go home, and you got catfish fillets forever, man. Now there has been some 30-pounders caught out there, and year before last, I wound up getting an 8-pounder out of it. But most of the fish you catch out there are about 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. But you catch a freaking lot of them. It's a fun day of fishing with your friends, is what it is.
Yeah, I'll have to look it up on another phone here. Mine won't pick up nothing here.
Well, you're welcome to come up and join us, man. The more the merrier.
I have to see how far that is.
Well, if you can make the drive, we'd love to have you.
Thanks.
But I want you guys, I'm counting on y'all. There's 47 of you in here on YouTube and 12 on Facebook. I want you to spread the word that the new Christmas challenge is you have to make a video or a short live, or you can make it as long as you want, and put hashtag catfish Christmas and make a short video or a short live telling everybody Merry Christmas. Don't wait for somebody to tag you. Don't wait. Just jump in there and do it. You've got till midnight, Christmas. Midnight Christmas Day. And let's see how many videos we can get with the hashtag catfish Christmas on it. And if you want to call some people out on it, you can. But don't wait for somebody to call you out. Do not wait. Get out there and get it done. Wish everybody Merry Christmas. Let them know that you love them. And let's spread some Christmas cheer. Get the holiday spirit, you turkeys. I don't need no ball humbug Grinches up in here. Let's go. Well, it's a great day to be alive. I know the sun's still shining when I close my eyes. There's some hard times in the neighborhood, but why can't every day be just this good? It can be if you make it. It's all right here. You can make the day what you want it to be. I got a face made for email, Danny. Man, we love you anyway. You bring your ugly self up there next video. Brother, I'd be proud to shake your hand and give you a hug if you want one. I turned around a couple times and seen some rods twitching. I wonder how many bites I've had when I ain't looking. I may have had some bites. But we want to see a takedown. Let's go. Man, it feels really good out here, too. I had to put my coat on for a little bit while ago. The wind was blowing just a little bit, but
Yeah.
man, it's like early spring right now.
It died now, the wind. Here, too.
Yeah. It's coming and going. I got golden eagles and bald eagles flying all around me. Those generally bring me good luck for some reason. Okay, he would check your oil. No, that's Jerry Parker. Jerry Parker is one of the oil checkingest people you've ever met in your life. Consider yourself warned. If you go to CatCon, okay, Jerry Parker will check your oil. Trust me. I'm always scared somebody turn around and hit me. The tip for a newbie baitcaster, 922 Crappie Barbecue. Bobby, I watched your video the other night showing off that brand new baitcaster and stuff. And dude, man, I am probably one of the worst instructors you'd ever get. It took me forever to figure out a baitcaster. I would love to give you some kind of information, but dude, I'd probably give the worst advice ever when it comes to teaching people how to use a baitcaster. My best advice to you for getting to learn how to use a baitcaster is don't ask Danny Stone.
Just get out in that backyard and start.
What's up, Kelly?
What's up? I'll stay behind the camera.
You do what you want to do. There's Mike Graham in here. He says, "Hey, Captain."
Yep.
Hey, how you doing? Trying to get a fish for you guys.
What's going on?
Mike Graham says, "Where you at, Morgan?"
Fort Loudon, Tennessee.
Fort Loudon.
The mighty Tennessee. I'm supposed to get a fish after I say that. Didn't work.
What 922 said I would ask Kelly, but he spinner. What? But he spinner? What? What are we talking about?
Yeah, he does. He does mostly spinning rods, I think.
Yes.
That's what I do. All spinning rods. I got one bait caster.
I've got one bait caster. I've got a PC Fun Chaos 50.
I got a Daiwa, and I got a Daiwa here on here right now. Just one. The rest are all spinning.
Yeah, mine are all Berkeley Big Game rods with I can't even think of the name of the reels right now. Top of my head.
I got all Kumba.
Yeah.
Kumba, and I got some from that Tempio. I'm telling you, they're good reels. A High Boy, and the other one's this red one here is a.
Well, I believe in spread the.
They're good reels.
Hold on, guys. I got something down here that's gonna need my immediate attention.
Go for it. How many rods you got out there, Morgan?
I got 8.
8 rods.
And I've got some from that Tempio for $30, and man, there's a couple of them. They're really good. I've been trying them out for like 6 months. I ain't had no problems at all.
No.
Bait runners.
Oh, he's either stuck or he got a fish on. Nope, he's stuck.
Oh. My favorite one is Shimano, though. Spinning reel.
Yeah, mine are all Walmart special except for that the bait caster. It's Uncle Lou bait caster.
Yeah. Most I got is a Kumba, though. I've had those for years and they're still working.
Yep. I Jerry Parkered that one. He bent that rod down and I reeled down on him and I felt him for like a half a second and then he spit the hook. And of course, when I reeled up a little bit further, I got caught in the rocks and broke off.
Well, you checked the
That was
oil
a
in
pretty
your
good
rod?
bite right there. He was slamming on it. Yeah, Jerry Parker's always going, reel down on him, reel down on him. And I'm like, every time I do that, I'll lose the freaking fish.
Yeah, I don't do that either. If they're going with it, I just pick it up.
I should just let him keep eating on it. He wasn't quite ready yet. They're short biting really bad. Let's see. I left my hooks laying down there.
Let's see. 922 says, I've been using spinning reels all my life. This is going to be interesting. I love to have to get up and go. That I'm guessing Hillbilly Honda's wanting talking about going up there to Lake Baldwin.
I used to go to Illinois, Heineke Lake, steam plant.
Now I had an older hook on that rod there. It probably should have changed that out, but we're gonna remedy that situation right now because we are gonna put on what? What are we gonna put on, Danny? Hold on, I'll show you what we're gonna put on.
What are you gonna put on, Danny? I'd like to know.
Let me go solo screen and we'll show you. We're gonna put on one of those River Cat Tackle Crimson Red hooks, baby. That thing will stick you. Woo, don't play with it. It'll hurt you. You go to rivercatstackle.com right there. See that? That is an 8/0 hook. And look how wide the freaking gap is on it.
Yeah,
I'm going to show you something. Hang on. I'm going to show you something. That's an 8/0 freaking hook, man. And there's a quarter. Look at this. Look at that. That is 25 cents inside of an 8/0 hook.
Who's it made by?
rivercatstackle.com. Use DSO10, get yourself 10% off on them hooks right there, baby. But check that out. That red hook, that thing is razor blade sharp. It's a wide gap 8, a wide gap 8/0 hook. And them things right there are something else. But you show me another 8/0 hook that you can stick a quarter in it like that. Okay? That's a wide gap, baby. I'm going to put my quarter back in my pocket so I don't lose it because I'm cheap.
Yeah, I don't want to see you go in the water after a quarter.
Well, we're going to slap one of these River Cat tackle hooks on here and throw back out in that same spot. And hopefully that catfish is still out there.
I'm going to change my bait.
Because I sure didn't hurt him none. Not with that old hook I had on there.
I don't have to worry about getting stuck out here. Hardly ever.
Well, I hope I didn't blow my only chance at a catfish right then. I might have. Because he was sure working it. I'm trying to remember what I had on that for bait. I think that was either skipjack or shad, though. That might have been zombie carp. I don't know. I want to get this rig tied up on here. Danny, with you fat
There's
arthritic.
Mr. Jerry Parker in the house.
Come on. Who?
Jerry Parker.
There's Jerry Parker.
Yep, he said, afternoon, everyone. Hillbilly says, no, the way that Danny, he was talking about the, like he said, I love to have to get up and go like that. Danny says, he's talking about the way you run down to those rods, especially on the rocks.
Yeah.
It would take him 20 minutes to run down there.
It's about the only exercise I get.
Pontoon Jody's in the house. What's going on, Jody?
What's up, sister? Let me get myself off solo. I didn't realize I was still doing that. There we go.
Boom,
there we
I
are.
want to say hello before I take my nap. Too sleepy to chat.
Well, we appreciate seeing you. Merry Christmas, Jody.
Hey, Jody, Merry Christmas.
922 says, I got some of those. They look awesome. As soon as I spool this Ancient Mariner, I will tie one on. Go for it.
Oh, yeah. And that's another thing.
There's Miss Fishing for
River
Whiskers.
Cat's Tackle.
Yep.
We are also partnered with Ancient Mariner Rods and Reels. And you can get some big discounts on Ancient Mariner Rods and Reels at rivercatstackle.com. Tell them Danny Stone sent you. Don't forget to use that DSO10 promo code. Get yourself 10% off.
There you go. Fishing for Whiskers is in the house, Miss Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda.
Howdy, howdy, hi y'all. Hope everyone is doing well, and I also wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too. Parker
Some of my
says we
homemade
are.
weights. Look at that.
God, yep. Parker
Hey,
says
I
we are
recycle them
on.
old cast nets, man. When you tear them cast nets up,
Yeah, you
you
use
take
the weights.
weights off of them, you run you a copper wire through there, twist you a loop in the end of it, and then wrap it with whatever color tape you prefer.
Yep.
And recycle them net weights instead of just throwing it away.
Parker says
All right,
we are
let's
on
get this
the
one back
Missouri
up.
River. Got a few, no giants yet.
All right, let's get some
What's
bait
going
on
on,
this one.
Don
and get 'em
Johnson?
back up there. That's probably about 8 foot of water we just threw that rod into. Cat Claws, journey to the riverbanks. What's up, buddy?
Yep. Adam from Cat Claws is in the house. Said Whisker Seeker Triple Threat A-Dots are my go-tos.
Mr. Secret Triple Threat. Who said that?
That's Adam from Cat Claws.
Those are good hooks. Here, Rowdy Royal. Is Size Matters in here? Andrew in here?
Yep, he
And
is.
there's James Cool Cats. What's up, my brother like no other? I love that guy. He's a pain in my
Cool
neck,
Cat.
but I love him to death.
I'm gonna be muting myself on and off because I'm working on the new spotlight.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link out there again in case somebody wants to come up and say, hey, Merry Christmas. You can be fishing or just want to come up and say hello. Whatever you want to do. I'm okay with it. I probably just missed the best bite I'll have all day long.
Adam wants to know any fish on the bank or boat yet.
Do what?
I said Adam wants to know if any fish have been caught yet.
Not by me.
Not by me.
Wild Turkey's in the house. Says stopping in to say hello. Everyone catch a big one. Going to meet my son and fiance for Christmas dinner before he travels back home 2 hours away. Merry Christmas.
Well, heck yeah.
Merry Christmas.
That's what I'm talking about.
Merry Christmas.
Yep.
This is my Christmas present to me. Out here fishing.
There you go.
Still can't get rid of those yachts.
Well, I wanted to come out and talk to everybody today, and my wife says, "You're going fishing, aren't you?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I always do my best talking and hanging out on the riverbank. I'm not that good at doing it from the couch." Hey, look at this crazy guy right here. If you don't love this guy, something's wrong with you.
Thank you,
What's
Danny.
up, James?
Not too much. Just driving down to Chattanooga for tonight's tournament.
Well, good luck. Brian
Hey, cool cat.
messaged me and said, "Hey, I got a spot if you want in." I said, "Dude, I'm all over at the river. My lights are all the way back home, so I'm going to sit this one out."
Yeah, and then I just got a call from Daryl, and he hit some big piece of sheet metal on the road, and it blew his tire and tore his front end all up.
Oh man, that sucks.
So he might
try
not
to
even
get-
make it.
Try to get the insurance to pay for that. It happened to me.
Yeah,
State Farm.
he just sent me some pictures. It's pretty bad, actually.
Well, dude, I got all the bait you could ever want. If I was anywhere near you, I'd jump on the boat with you.
Yeah, I got a bunch of bait too. I'm ready for tonight.
Well, I'll pack up out of here early enough that I can get home and be in there cheering you guys on.
Yeah, should be some good fishing.
I'll be watching.
Hopefully, I'll be catching. So you caught anything today?
No, I just missed a fish. I don't think it was any size to him, but he was hammering on that blue Mad Cat's rod, that Panther.
Uh-huh.
He kept pecking at it. They were doing that to me and Jerry Parker and Richard Cluck a couple weeks ago. And we started reeling down on him and hooking him up. And I reeled down on him and I felt him. He bent the rod, pulled for a little bit, and then just spit the hook because he had to hold the bait and not the hook. So
Yeah,
I switched over to that wide gap 8/0 hook and downside the bait just a little bit to see if maybe they'll get that bait in their mouth and get that hook in there too.
Yeah, I got a 41 pounder yesterday.
Did Jody
I
show
saw
you
the
that?
pictures.
Did
And then
Jody show
Jody
you that
won,
picture?
got third place in the Mad Cats weekly competition.
Saw that too.
Did Jody
pretty
show you
good,
a
though.
picture? Jody show you a picture of that 42-pound flathead I caught?
Yeah, that was nice too.
That's yesterday.
There's some nice fish being caught.
He says
Yeah.
Daryl was bad luck. That's what scared me about him jumping. But see, here's the thing: when Daryl's by himself, the bad luck hits him. But whenever he gets with somebody, it jumps off of him and jumps on them. Because James fell in the river last time he hung out with Daryl.
Yep. Yeah, that was crazy
Don't
too.
fish with Daryl. Bad stuff happens to you. Like winning tournaments and stuff. That always sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, we pulled a second out last week, but it was a struggle.
Yeah.
At least warmed up a little bit. It ain't going to be as cold tonight as it's been.
I know. I mean, I'm sitting here with just a thin shirt on. But I guarantee you'll be slapping a jacket or a coat on by the time that sun goes down.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But it's not going to be as cold as it's been.
Oh, Lord, no. As I said, I wish Brian would have got a hold of me before I left the house, and I would have brought my lights and stuff. And man, I would have fished with you guys tonight, but I'm not driving all the way home and grabbing all that stuff and driving all the way back. First off, I'd be late.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to keep this live going. It's probably about 30 minutes before dark, and then I'm going to drop out and head to the house.
Yeah,
That's what
I didn't need you fishing tonight anyway because you're due for a win.
I am past due, way past due.
It's coming. You'll get it.
Yeah, that's why it goes that way with me and Richard Cluck, and sometimes Jerry Parker even gets in that where You go for a while where it's just dead. You're not getting anything. But then when you come back big.
Yeah, that was me. I had probably 10 months of almost nothing. And now I've
I
been doing
know,
pretty good for
you know
about
what?
6-8 weeks.
That all the more reason that I'm proud of you, brother, because you put in the time and fished even when you weren't doing any good. And if anybody put in the work and deserves getting on some fish, I'm telling you right now, that's you. And I'm proud of you. You know I love you to death, and I'm happy for you. And I want you to just keep on going all the way with this.
Yeah, well, this spring or summer, I'm planning on trying to come up to see you.
Okay.
And we'll go do some fishing.
Absolutely. Dude, I'm telling you what, you get on this river at your boat, and there's just the sky's the limit. There's no telling what you can do.
Well, we'll have to plan that out for like June, maybe July.
Absolutely, man. And we'll get you up here, and I'm sure we get Richard Cluck out on his boat and Jerry Parker out on his, and
Yeah.
we'll make a whole day of it, man.
Sounds good. Oh yeah, Daryl told me to let you know that your bait sucks.
Yeah. I know my bait lately reminds me of Daryl. I'm like, you ain't worth the crap.
Yep. All right, well, I'm going to pop out. I just wanted to pop in, say hi, and
Good luck tonight.
yeah,
Well,
thank you.
Well, we sure
Take it easy,
appreciate
Danny.
you, James, and we're all pulling for you.
All right, well, take it easy. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, be careful. Don't run over no sheet metal.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Bye.
Bye, James.
Bye.
Let's see. Catfish regulators back in the house.
Woo, man, that sun's popping out now.
Mine disappeared.
Mine is full blown. Man, I tell you what, I feel like a rotisserie chicken right now. Look at that. Woo. Lord have mercy. Help me.
Yeah,
I'll be
yours,
cooking here in a minute.
yours is out and mine's gone now. It's cloudy as crap here.
Well, mine will disappear here shortly.
Aaron over there trying to see what Parker wants. What Parker got him for Christmas.
Oh,
What did you get me from Christmas from Mad Cats? Same thing he got you
probably the
last
same
year.
thing you got me. Nothing.
A piece of coal.
Yeah, the sun comes out and makes it hard for me to see my screen. I like it better when it's behind them clouds.
Yeah.
Come on, see.
Ooh, okay. That works.
There's a nibble.
Jerry said, "My love." That's what he got him.
Yeah.
And Jerry said that you've been naughty, Danny's, to get anything. You've been too naughty.
Yeah. He ain't lying.
About spit my coffee out.
I'm probably going to check the first two rods that I had thrown out because they got tapped on quite a bit. And here lately, and Jerry can tell you this, man, there's been some little tiny blue cats, some little tiny channel cats in big schools. And they'll sit there and just peck at your line. For the longest time, you reel it up and there's nothing left under but a skeleton. They just pick all the meat off of the bait.
Yeah.
I've been trying to avoid reeling up because I know I'm getting hung up in these rocks and I'm going to just lose rig after rig after rig. And I hate reeling up in these rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're fishing spots like this one here, your best option is to keep that bait out there as long as you can, because when you reel in, you're probably going to lose a rig.
Oh yeah.
Who's that right there?
Uh,
Hey, Dustin, what's going on? Been doing well out of the boat club. Good luck today. Well, thank you, Dustin.
Hey, Dustin. Merry Christmas.
Wild turkey, do I see any migratory waterfowl? Yes. Dude, all the fields around here are covered with snow geese. Man, they are piling in here like crazy. And there are some ducks moving in. And yesterday I saw several flocks of Canada geese, which they are usually the last ones to start coming down. You notice I call them Canada geese. I don't call them Canadian geese because actually the Canadian people don't like you calling them Canadian geese. Okay? This is true. I'm not pulling your leg. I'm not making a joke. It's freaking funny though. Because they said, you guys need to call them Canada geese. And they said, why? Because I'm sick of people saying, I want to go out and shoot some Canadians.
oh, that's horrible.
And it's funny, but it's true. They really do. They get offended when you call them Canadian geese. I was like, I shot some Canadians yesterday.
Oh.
No, you shot Canada geese. I'm like, okay. Well, you're a boot to get on my nerves.
Oh gosh.
To all my brothers and sisters up in Canada, I love you. I'm just kidding. Rich and Judith.
Oh my goodness. Wild Turkey says Canadian geese is correct.
Well, they want you to call them Canada geese. Don't be shooting the Canadians, man. Now let's check one rod and see if we can reel it up without getting snagged up. I almost bet you we can't. We're going to try. Yep, hung up.
You hung up? Parker says geese and ducks are bait.
So that's why I love a three-way rig. We lost our weight, but we kept our hook and our swivel. So basically all we got to do is tie another weight on here. Yeah, but you're almost assuredly going to get hung up every time you reel up here. It's going to happen. So
yeah.
I throw these rods out and I just leave them out. You try to reel them up, all you're doing is giving away weights and rigs. But a good three-rig rig will save your swivel and your hook sometimes. So it's a good go-to. Good go-to. There's no way you could throw a Carolina rig or a Santee Cooper here. You'll lose everything every time you throw out. But our bait was still on there, so we know then we can let those rods sit for a little longer because there's a good chance the bait's still there. And just like that, we've got that rig retied and ready to throw back out because all we have to do is add a weight.
There you go.
And that one's in about 3 foot of water. So that's going to be our shallowest rod right there, probably.
All right. Parker said he'd be back reeling in, making a bit of a run down the river. So he'll be back.
Well, get set up, Parker, and I'll drop the link and you can hop up here.
There's Catfish Junkie. He says, will one blue or one bass today for me? Oh, so he got one blue and a bass.
Well, he's been doing better than that. I know last couple weeks he's been on them pretty good, I think. Captain Morgan is fishing at, I think, Fort Loudon.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Some reason they've been hitting about 4 o'clock my time.
Yeah, Parker, hurry up and get set up. We can get him up here too.
Yeah.
I started.
I got to turn my heater off. It's burning up my legs.
I started to get up this morning and drive up and go hang out with Parker again today. See if we couldn't get on something up there. I drove all the way up there 2 weeks ago and got on one fish.
Yeah.
But I think we'd probably done better today.
You and Stacia ready for Christmas?
Do what?
I said, you and Stacia ready for Christmas?
She got the grandkids at the house now. They can do whatever they want. That's as ready as I'm going to get. The rest of them will be coming in tomorrow and Monday.
Gotcha.
I think the majority of our people are going to be coming in tomorrow. But I'm off. I've got 10 days in a row off from work, so I'll have to plan that accordingly and try to get as much fishing in there as I can.
Yeah.
But I do have a lot of stuff that I need to get done around the house, and I may take a lot of that time to get that just done and get that knocked off the honeydew board and be done with it.
Yeah, get out there and take all those boats you got and make one good one.
I thought about that too. I told Stacia I'm probably gonna take that 6-horse Johnson motor and tear it down and rebuild the carburetor and see if I can't get it going. I've got that 20-horse Mercury, but I've got to buy it's got like a brain box in it, like a computer box.
Yeah.
And the wires broke off on the back of it where you can't reattach them. And I got to look that thing up and see what it's going to cost me. I may get that 20-horse motor running.
Yeah,
If I
the
do, I'll
Mississippi
bring
River.
my 12-foot John boat back out on the river this spring.
Yeah, in the Mississippi River, you need at least a 20-horse.
Oh, dude, I've run this river in that 12-foot John boat with that 5-horse Johnson many a time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't go out in the middle though. I stay about maybe 50 yards off the shoreline at the most. And generally I'll try to keep it under that. I try to stay as close to the bank as I can with that smaller boat. Because these barges go by, they'll swamp that John boat, man. They'll sink that thing.
I'm in the old Sea Ray boat with the windshield with a 135 Mercury on it. 1988, still runs.
Nice.
Everybody goes, "What are you doing with a luxury boat?" I said, "I'm gonna make it into a catfish boat." They wanted to go skiing. I said, "No." Catfishing.
Oh, back when I run those John boats on the Mississippi, all that thing is for me is a taxi to get to bank fishing spots that I can't get to from a vehicle or walking.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, I'll
Especially
load
when the
everything my
water's
gear up
down.
in that boat, and I'll run to a spot that nobody can get to from the bank. You got to get to it from the water, and hit spots like that. And man, I can get on some good fish doing that. Just hopping around in that little John boat. It beats trying to carry all that crap through the woods and the brush and all that crap and
Yeah.
everything. And it's easier to load it up and move it somewhere.
Come on, catfish. Come on now.
I don't know. My chat might be froze up. What's the last comment I see is wild turkey.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Okay. I tell her one day, man, and the chat froze and people were chatting away and I couldn't, it stopped way up there.
Nope.
I had to back out and
everybody's
refresh
watching.
to get it to straighten up.
Everybody's watching for a rod to go down.
Yeah. Don't strain your eyes.
How's Black Betty doing?
She's doing great. Matter of fact, that's her and Jody down there on the far end. Do you see those two big long rods? That's Black Betty and Jody.
There's River Cat Tackle in the house. What's going on?
Yeah, those two rods down there, Black Betty and Jody, are pretty much identical, and so now they're forever known as the Twin Towers.
The Twin Towers, nice.
Now, I kind of wanted to be careful with that because I thought some people might be sensitive to it, but I'd say it'd be the time when the Twin Towers go down that it's a good thing, because that wasn't a good thing when we lost the Twin Towers. But when those Twin Towers go down, I'm okay with it.
Yep. Did you hear me, Danny? River Cat Tackle's in the house.
Oh yeah, John been here for a minute.
Oh, has he? I didn't see his name earlier, I guess.
Yeah, he popped in I think before you came up.
Oh, okay.
John's always somewhere. If you think he ain't around, you're wrong. I'm waiting on one of these days to open up a cabinet door in the house in the kitchen and John pop out. What are you doing in there? His underwear, man.
He'd be like, hey, Danny. Hey, Danny.
You figure on a day like this, these fish be going crazy.
You would think. Me and Richard came through here last weekend, and man, we marked some of the biggest fish that we've ever seen. And they were glued to the bottom like they'd swallowed a brick of concrete or something.
Yes. That last fish I caught was all full of mud.
Seeing that really, that's a super handicap bank angling in this location I'm at right now. Because if I've got a clear muddy bottom that's got humps in it, the catfish will lay below behind them humps in the current. And what you do is you throw out there, and every now and then you'll reel up about 3 or 4 feet and you drag that bait across the bottom because those fish are stuck to the bottom. They're not moving. But if you get that bait to cross his face, a lot of times they'll take it and you can get them. Now, that being said, the last thing you want to do here is reel up 3 feet every so often because you're going to hang up in these rocks. You can't do it. So you basically throw out there and just hope that it lands in a fish's face and maybe one moves a little bit and gets to a different location, and you might pick up a fish doing that. But it's the toughest time to try to catch these fish in these rocks is when it's cold like this, because you can't go looking for them other than just throwing the line out and hoping it lands in them. And maybe one of them will like get bumped by another fish or something, spook him, and he'll move over a little bit and find your bait. Other than that, this is the longest waiting game you've ever played, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I sat here last winter, not far from here, just maybe a couple 100 yards upstream. And I fished for 13 hours. And Avid, I fished all night. And Avid was up on paddle with me. And I didn't get a single bite for 13 hours. And on that last hour, I had a beautiful takedown and got a 13-pound blue in 13 hours. It caught 13-pound blue. And Avid was there fishing with me. He goes, thank God we can go home. He was up on panel and said, we're not leaving until you catch something. I'm like, man, we may be here for a couple days.
Hey, read 922 Crappie Barbecue's post there, his comment.
Yeah, Mid-Tennessee hog catcher. We'll go ahead and drop that link back out there again. Anybody wants to come up? Nah, I got to redo it.
Starting to get bites. Remember I told you around 4 o'clock?
Well, get on something, man. We need a fish on the board.
I got a bite on 2 of them already.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm counting on you.
I'm counting on myself.
You can do it.
One of them's a big head.
Well, see, now that I know that this, like I said, there used to be a deep hole right here. It doesn't exist anymore. Of course, the river's down too, so you know that's a huge factor. But I'm going to mark this on my map as a springtime spot. I need to come back here in the spring and hit some of these shallow, rocky waters right here.
Mark down Dead Sea. I usually catch one here.
I got a little bitty one nibbling on that first rod there. But I guarantee it's either a baby blue cat or a little channel cat. Because they're just pecking at it. And that's the rod that's in about 3 feet of water. So yeah, wintertime I can still catch quite a few channel cats in shallow water. They don't here where the deep holes are, you'll have all the big fish piled up in there. And if you'll fish around the edges of that deep hole, you can just there pick them channel cats off because they I don't know if they're scared to go down into that deep hole where the big fish are and they just hang on the outside edge of that hole or what. But I can generally pick off a lot of channel cats doing that.
There's wine, celery infused. He said, "Hi, humans."
Wine cellar infused. Hello, that's a new name to me. Welcome in.
They've been showing up in chats here lately.
Yeah, everybody's welcome to come on in, hang out, and hopefully we'll catch a fish for you guys. It's not looking good right now, but you know what? We don't give up.
Nope.
Fishy tail.
We'll try till we die.
We don't
Give
a fishy
in,
tail.
but not give up.
Yeah.
There's Fat Cat Fishing. He's from down there where Creo's at.
Oh yeah. Welcome in, Fat Cat. And fishing South Creole, doing real good on small pieces of cut fresh bream. Not live. They want it cut. Me too. In wintertime, I've tried live bait in the winter, which I'm not a big live bait fisherman anyway. I always have better luck on cut bait, and that includes flatheads. I've caught, I think, 2 flatheads in my life on live bait. The rest of them have all been on cut bait, every one of them. That being said, I don't throw a lot of live bait, so you know it's kind of a biased opinion there because I'm not throwing a lot of live bait.
I'm with you.
But I mean, if I've got a big bluegill or a big sunfish or something, and I can make 2 baits instead of 1, I'm going to chop him in half.
Yeah.
I'm going to whack him.
All the flatheads I've caught have been on cut bait.
There's Misplaced Country Girl.
My
Merry
biggest
Christmas to you.
flathead. If you want to see my biggest flathead ever, the very first video I ever put on YouTube, man, I think it was like 7 years. You'd have to go back to the very beginning of my channel. The very first video I ever put up was a monster flathead. I was running my boat up the river, and a big carp jumped in the boat, was flopping, and I cut off about a half a pound chunk of that carp and threw it out there. And before it hit bottom, that rod went down, and I got that flathead. And I did catch a 39-pound flathead this year. As a matter of fact, it was on Jody's show on a Friday night. I got a 39-pound flathead. That was on cut shad. Misplaced country girl. Merry Christmas, sister. What's up? You know, I do know some spots that the only way you can get to them is with a boat, where there's a bunch of cypress stumps and everything. And I think that would be the spot to throw a live bluegill out right there. I know I've run trot lines back in the day there, running live goldfish on there and caught on trot lines, caught a few flathead. And I know a while ago I said that I haven't caught flatheads on live bait. Okay, that's on rod and reel. Now on trot line, yeah, I've caught tons of them on trot lines using live bait. But rod and reel, I've caught like 2 flatheads on live bait. That's it. The rest of them been cut bait. Job boy, what's up? He says, hello, Danny and Morgan and everybody.
And there's Susan there on the Facebook side.
Susan Yukowski. I went to high school with Susan. She is one of my high school friends from way back when.
Welcome to the Danny.
Very
Stone
nice
Outdoors.
person. Susan was always cool to me in high school. She's good people.
What's going on, John boys? Pardon me while I'm sitting back here in the background working on Spotlight for next week.
Man, if I known it's going to be this warm today, I would have went to that deep hole because I think the big catfish would have woke up out of that hole today.
Oh, I'd say so. The sun's been beating down on it.
But no, I go to the shallowest spot that I freaking know. I'd probably have better luck throwing one rod in the toilet and one rod in the bathtub at the house.
Hey, at least you'd catch a floater.
There you go. You put that hook on there, flush it down the toilet, and flush it 3 or 4 times, and you may unclog that thing.
There's
when you reel up.
Tyler Ware on
the
Facebook side.
Clogging it up. Jason Crafton said, I fished that same spot from 6 a.m. to 9:30 this morning. No luck with cut skipjack. Hope you get some casts. Is he talking to me or Captain Morgan?
I think he's probably talking to you.
I doubt if he was in this spot right here because there's no path coming to this spot. This spot looks just like a spot upstream, but this one here is, I don't think there's very many people, if there's anybody ever fished here that I know of. But the spot he's thinking about is about 300 yards that way.
Around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason, you know where the 2 campsites are along the road there in Dawson Point? I am kind of in between them 2 campsites.
I don't know if you saw that, but Miss Place said that she'll see you in 2 months. So she's talking about seeing you at CatCon.
Oh, yeah. I'll be at CatCon.
Yep. Make sure you get your tickets.
Yeah, I'll be hanging around the influencers area, the YouTuber area, and I will be hanging out at the River Cats tackle booth quite a bit.
I still don't know if I'm going up or not.
Yeah, come on up, man.
I need to, but it's Cynthia's birthday on Saturday, so I don't know if I'm just going to come up on Friday or not.
I'll be there Friday, but I'm going to leave Friday morning as early as I can, but it's a 5.5 hour drive for me, so I won't get there till probably sometime between 10 o'clock in the morning and noon.
Yeah.
I'll be arriving sometime around there.
Yeah, if I go up, it'll be probably sometime that afternoon because I'll have to work that morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't be there early Friday morning. I'll be there probably about noonish at the latest.
Yeah.
I got there around 1 o'clock in the afternoon last year on Friday.
Kevin's gonna be up there. K&B, him and Amy Joe.
I'll be looking forward to seeing them.
Yep, they said they will be up there. So he said he'll get up there probably around Wednesday.
Fantastic.
They got a new puppy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I would love to go up there Thursday, but I can't afford to take off 2 days of work. I'm going to have to take off work that Friday and leave early that morning. But taking off 2 days of work is out of the question for me. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Martin again too. He'll be in and be in for longer this period of
Martin
time.
is supposed to he's supposed to come fish with me, Richard, and Jerry this time. And I'm hoping we can work that out and make that happen. I'm thinking we'll more likely go up around Jerry's area. I don't know. We might. Versus he could come here if he wanted to, but we go up, make the hour and a half drive up there to where Jerry's at. It's actually an hour and 57 minutes. You might as well say 2 hours.
Yeah. John said he'll be there. It'll take him 11 hours. He said it's 11-hour ride for him to be at CatCon.
Yeah.
Oh, and Miss Place said she'll be with Martin when he comes fishing with you all.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll have to find out what Martin wants to do, if he wants to bank fish or if he wants to be on the boat. Because if he wants to bank fish, it'd probably be easier to get him into some of Parker's spots up there versus down here. We'll have to go to some of Parker's easy spots. There's no easy spots here. And if he wants to get on the boat, I'll have to coordinate that with either Richard or Jerry. We may even bring Josh Dunnigan in there on that. I actually thought about driving up to the confluent this morning, fishing right there where the Ohio dumps into the Mississippi. That crossed my mind. I just couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do today, but I just rolled the dice and wound it up in this spot right here.
Oh, yeah.
Which
What's
was
up,
a
Matt?
bad choice.
Heard Matt from Wannabe Outdoors in his hunting blind.
You know what? I may do that in the morning. I was gonna fish stand day, but they got the alternative firearm season open right now. That's why all the freaking gun hunters back there, they're shooting behind me right now. I hope no bullets land over here. I don't know if y'all can hear them or not, but they're popping like crazy all around behind me.
No, I can't hear. I can't hear nothing.
I'm gonna actually get up and go sit on a deer stand in the morning. At the very least, I can shoot me a bunch of squirrels and get some squirrel tails to send off to some of these fly tying guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, Danny. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
I hear you. You got gray squirrels, red squirrels. What all you got up around you up there?
Oh gosh, we got all kinds of stuff around us.
Okay. Because
doesn't mean I go out and hunt.
I sent a bunch of red squirrel tails to Mark and Lyle and Chad, because some of those guys, they don't get the red squirrels up there. All they got's the grays.
Yeah.
So they were needing some red tail squirrels, and I'm a red tail for the squirrels.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I see more gray than I see red. Rarely
Yeah.
do I see a red.
I got a lot of freaking reds around here.
Yeah, rarely do I see them. I see gray all the time.
Yep. Well, we got them both. It's no problem to kill either one. But I probably got more chance to kill reds around here than most other people do.
I got something to show you, Danny. Look at this.
Let's see what you got. Oh no! Got the drone, baby.
Yep,
I've
that's
been thinking about looking
that's
into
a dual
getting a
camera.
drone.
Dual camera.
Wow.
So we're gonna be some aerial footage coming through the creeks. I'm gonna run this sucker up through the creeks. It's got a obstacle avoidance on it. So if it comes in close to like a limb or something, it will stop and move away from it.
Really? I had a bad experience with some drones a couple years ago. I went up to visit one of my Army buddies that lives more to south central Missouri. He lives up there around where Laura Ingalls and all them was from Little House on the Prairie. But we all got together. There's about 5 or 6 of us met up at his house, and one of them had a drone. And we were out in the front yard, and he was flying that drone and shooting video footage of us and everything. But there was a whole bunch of buzzards that were circling out in this field, and we started buzzing them with that drone, and we got in trouble.
Buck wants to know.
We got in trouble for buzzing the buzzards.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, because it's illegal.
You can't do that. It's illegal. I'm like, dude, I'm just flying with them. I wasn't bothering them. He said, don't do that.
But if you hit one, oh, you talk about some serious jail time.
Oh, we were circling with them, man. We had that drone just follow them buzzards around. We did get reprimanded for it, though, so we learned that lesson real quick.
Buck wants to know if we have black squirrels.
Do you have black squirrels? They're rare, but yeah.
I don't know if I had. I didn't have no clue if we have any around here at all.
I've killed like 4 of those. They'll be black with a white belly.
Yeah,
and it's actually just a gray squirrel that just has a freakish pigment thing going on. It's almost like a piebald,
Yeah, I have no clue. Never seen one. Now it'd be neat to have. It'd be neat if you can get a hold of some fur off, some tail off of that one. That'd be neat to have.
Yeah. But those things are so rare around here. If I got one of those, I'd probably just have a full body mount done on it.
Yeah, there you go. 922 says he's got Ohio's full of them.
Yeah. I've seen them on videos in some states where, man, they're just everywhere like pigeons. Let's see if we can drop that link again. Parker should have got where he's going. I'm worried about him right now.
Yeah, I am too. I haven't heard from him.
He's a freaking mountain goat. He'll be all
right. Buck, yeah, they caught some good ones last night. I thought, didn't they? Didn't they catch some good ones last night on Jody's?
I didn't watch the whole thing. I saw Shelby from Thompson Outdoors. She got a 24-pounder. As far as I know, that was the biggest fish of the night before I went to bed. That kid, man, I tell you what, she's something else too. She reminds me a lot of Coda, but she fought that 24-pound fish and got that thing in. But later on, he went over there and put the camera on her. She was curled up like a dog in a chair sleeping. Yeah, she was out cold. He was shining the light in her eyes and everything. I'm like, man, quit shining the light in her eyes. She's asleep. And she was snoring like Pontoon Jody.
Oh, my goodness.
I said, man, that's a lot of noise coming out of a little girl.
Oh, gosh. Wild Turkey says those buzzards will eat the rubber trim around your vehicle windows.
Yes, they
some
will.
Boat ramps around Watts Bar. Dang.
That we've got, man, there's like millions of them here, but for some reason or other, I've never known of them to do that here.
I've not seen them do it. I even took care of them for over a year, and I never saw them one time eat any of the rubber that we'd have in like the tires and stuff inside their cage.
They do out here Loudon too.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, out there over Tellico boat ramp. Yeah, they
Oh,
eat them up
Jellicoe.
over there.
Yeah. Y'all must
I've
have a
never heard
special
of them doing
breed.
it around here.
There's Greenwell. What's going on, Greenwell? And there's Crappie Day Fish On. What's going on? Merry Christmas
Mike
to you all.
Greenwell in here. What's up, Mikey? Here comes Barge around the corner.
Yep. I don't know, that point up there, right there, where that barge is coming from, right there close to you would be, I think that'd be a good spot to be out, closer out.
Well, you've got there's actually like a partial wing dam there that's submerged. And if you think you get hung up where I'm sitting now, throw right there. I promise you'll get hung up every time. But there's actually a deep hole around that bend.
Yeah.
I could probably pick all this crap up and move it, but I don't feel like it. Man,
I got
I'm
about an
perfectly
hour
happy just
left.
sitting- You know, I ain't gonna lie. I would love to catch a fish, but most of the time when I get here to the river and I get set up, I'm perfectly happy just to sit here and enjoy my time sitting here. If I catch something, great. If I don't, I'm not hurt. Don't hurt me a bit. I wish there was some way. I'd love to have either a houseboat where I just be on this river all the time, or have a house built with a big dock out here where I just go out and sit on the dock and sit on the river all the time. Just walk out
Yep.
your back porch with a cup of coffee and go sit out on the dock and watch the river.
That's what I'm looking at over here. These people, these big old fancy houses, docks,
Yeah.
all along here.
Dale Hay slips in the house on the Facebook side.
Hey, Dale, what's up, buddy?
And Dale, he's got Captain Morgan out there fishing.
I've had one good fish bite so far, and I reeled down on him and it didn't get him.
I usually move, but I'm too lazy to move. I ought to move by now, but I'm gonna leave at 5. I don't know what time that'd be out there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out here before dark because I've got a lot of. It's gonna take me about 4 trips to get all this gear out of here, and I definitely do not want to be carrying this stuff out of here at dark.
Yeah, it's 4 now, so I got an hour, and I got to get in because take the boat in before it gets dark.
Well,
I
it's
ain't got
just
no
about
light
3
either.
o'clock here, and that gives me about an hour. Donald Knight, what's up?
What's up, Donald? Dale said lazy cat fisherman. Which one are you
Yep.
talking
What's
to?
up?
Which one are you
Behind the
talking about?
clouds of
You
this,
talking about Danny or
nippy here
Captain
now.
Morgan?
There's a hit, and there's a hit, same time. Watch about 4:15. Between 4 and 4:30, I'll get a fish. I don't know why. That's when it clicks out here. Here lately.
Donald says he's watching it rain there in the Buckeye. Dale Hayslip, just kidding. What'd Dale say? Back up there. Lazy cat fisherman. Don't worry about offending me. I fit that profile perfect. You ain't hurting my feelings. I'll
I'm too
tell you,
old.
when I get set up, I ain't moving.
I'm too old to have my feelings hurt.
That's it. Heck no, man. I ain't about carrying all this crap back and forth. I don't care nothing for it. There have been times I've sat and I'll just flat lose the tournament because I just refuse to move. They're like, you're going to lose if you don't move. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, half the time you can't move. There's too many bugs on you.
Fine by me. I'm perfectly happy sitting right here where I'm at.
Especially if you got a fire going.
Yeah, if you come watching my channel looking for somebody that chases and hunts down trophy catfish, you're on the wrong freaking channel. I get them whenever they show up. I ain't going after them.
It's like me dragging. I sit here
I'm
and
not
wait to
running up
come to
and down
me.
this bank hunting them down. They come to me or they ain't coming.
Yeah, that's like me. I don't
You
go
ain't-
around there dragging.
You ain't
too much
Jerry
work.
Parker. You ain't going out there that sketchy rocks.
Yeah, we just wind up every now and then parking our butt in a spot where there happens to be a big catfish that works out for us.
Yep.
Yeah, that dragging's too much work.
I ain't chasing up.
I come out here to relax.
I know Richard's come through here. I'll be on the bank fishing, and Richard come through the boat. And he goes, "Man, I marked some big giant fish right over there and right down there." I'm like, "Well, if they're there tomorrow, I'll get them, but I ain't going after them today." Yeah, when I get packed up and I come back tomorrow, I'll head to that spot. But I'm not going after them today. I'm not moving all this crap. Not happening. Whew, I'm gonna have to put my coat on now. It's starting to get a little nippy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sun, it's definitely got behind some clouds now. Oh, get that set
I
right.
might pull one out of the sack here in a minute.
That's right, Dale. Me and you are we're two dogs chasing the same tit. You see them puppies fighting when they were trying to breastfeed on their mama. It's like,
Oh my
we're them
goodness.
titties after that one. Like I'm going there. That's where I want to be at.
Yeah.
I keep getting little taps on there, but I'll tell you that's some little dink channel cats and them little bitty blues.
That's what I'm getting.
All they're doing is pecking it.
I'm getting that same thing in 30 foot.
Yeah. They're just tapping the rods. Well, the last time that me and Richard and Jerry Parker fished together, we were down here a couple weeks ago in Richard's boat, and Jerry was sitting there in the seat and looked up and had one of his rods, and the tip of it was just barely twitching. I mean, it was like a bluegill was biting on it, and it twitched that rod for like 10 minutes. And Jerry went over there and he reeled down on it, and it's caught picking 40-pound blue cat. And all it ever did the whole time was just barely wiggle the rod tip like that. That's it.
Now you make
And
me
he
want to
reeled
get
down
up
on
and
it and
reel
got a
mine.
40-pound blue off of it.
You make me want to get up and reel.
Yeah. I'm
Too
still
late.
hoping one of them will that hook will stick him in his jaw, and it'll be enough to spook him to make him run a little bit
Yeah.
and put some bend on the rod. If I ran over and reeled down every time they twitched the rod, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair at all.
That's what they usually do. Eat it until they get down to nothing else. They got the hook. That's what the little ones do.
Well, I tell you right now, I'm missing them takedowns I was getting back in the early fall and late spring or late summer.
Yep.
Man, they were hammering these rods, and I was loving that. You just sit there talking, you look over the rod, been over peel and drag, you're like, yeah. Now all you get them is they're like trying to jiggle the rod like they're ringing a dinner bell. They just barely twitch it. And I can't blame them. I move kind of slow when it's cold too.
Yeah. That flathead I caught yesterday at 42, it pulled. I thought it was a blue. It pulled. It didn't know that it capped itself. It went straight downward. And I think it's a flathead.
I have never caught a flathead in the wintertime.
It was a nice one too. It was awful flat coming out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to sit on a deer stand in the morning. We'll probably come back out and fish sometime through the week next week.
One thing good about the winter times, you ain't got all them boat people around. But you don't catch as many fish.
I must have scared that one fish off a while ago that bit, because I threw right back in the same spot, and he ain't had no part of it.
Probably hit him on top of the head.
Could be. I couldn't remember what bait I threw at him. I got fresh cut common carp that I just killed. I've got the invasive carp, the big head carp. I've got shad and I got skipjack.
Which one's the zombie carp?
That'd be the invasive carp.
Well, I think that's the one you threw out there.
Might have been. I think I rebaited with shad though.
Now, Captain Morgan, you got your lines like in separate, like in different heights, or are they all pretty much?
Oh yeah. It's scattered because the thing is though that I'm not anywhere near the deep hole. It's the deep hole is maybe There's one like a 80 yards downstream from me, and there's one probably maybe 100 yards upstream of me. And I'm in the middle of them because it's worked for me before where they would get pushed out of one hole and they know where that other one is, and they'll shoot across here and go to the other one. And on a warm day like this, I kind of rolled the dice and thought that that might be what happened. But in all honesty, like I said, the last time I fished this spot, there was a deep hole here. This river is constantly changing. This is shallow and it's not supposed to be. But, you know, again, I mean, if you look at, you see all those rocks right there. You see those? Let me go solo. I'll show you something. Okay, normal for us, all those rocks and revetment right there. Okay, normal river stage, you don't see that. That's underwater.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be able to see that. And it's been like that now for going on 2 years, and it's really really messed up the fishing.
The way I understood it might not be getting any better, Danny.
I don't know. We're going to have to, if this is going to become the new normal, there's a bunch of us that's going to have to just completely relearn our game, man. You know,
I saw something the other day that it says that the river, especially like the Mississippi, it's not going to get any better.
well,
Like they
the
said,
thing
it'll get
about it
worse
is
before it gets better.
the fish are still out there.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like they're going to adapt to these new conditions, if they become permanent, then what you got to do is figure out what they did. And once you figure that out, then you're back to where you need to be. I mean, worst case scenario for me is that these fish get to where all they do is hang out in the main channel out in the middle. If they do that, yeah, I'm in trouble.
Or they go
But
down to Creole.
I just don't believe that they will do that because they still, the flatheads and the big blues and stuff, they'll come up shallow to feed. It's just, you know, not this time of year. I mean, they might, but in this late spring and early summer and in the middle of summer, that's when I catch most of my fish that are coming up into shallow water to feed.
What's up, Joe Ziegler?
And, you know, you could do all the research and all the stuff you want, and it's worth it. You'll figure out stuff. But when you got changing conditions on a constant basis, it just throws everything that you figured out the window. I mean, you look at, I know when we do our best here. If you look back in February, when me and Richard were out on the boat back in February this year, it had rained for like several days prior to that. And this river was up. And I mean, it was back to where it's supposed to be. And we went out on Richard's boat and we had 18 fish in just a few hours. And I'm talking, Richard got a 55, I got a 43. We caught a bunch of 30s. And we tore those fish up that day. But the river was back to where what we were used to. And we knew what to do.
Mr. Chad Fields is in the house.
Yeah, that's one thing. If you ever noticed, when you get a catfisherman out there and the fishing just sucks. I mean, every one of us, we'll find a day that was, you know, either previous to that year or the year before. And all you want to talk about is that day. Oh man, we was turning them up.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I can't catch nothing now, I'm going to relive that day as much as I can, you know.
That's what they do. That
But all you
little
do is
bitty,
sit there.
that was a big piece.
You know, and that's one of the. I mean, I'm grateful for those days. I absolutely am. You'd have to be crazy not to be, but it just makes it so hard on you when you're sitting out there and the fish aren't biting, and all you can do is sit there and dream about that one day when everything was perfect and you were just tearing the fish up. I mean, that day, me and Richard, we had a quadruple and a triple hookup. And just loaded down on fish that day. We tore them up. And all you can do is sit here miserable going, man, what I wouldn't give to have another day like that.
Chad, did you ever get your new vise for your jig tying?
Do what?
It's talking about Chad Fields.
Oh.
He broke his vise to tie jigs.
Oh, freaking Chad snuck in here. What's up, my brother? Merry Christmas, Chad. Tell D I love you both. I love D more, but I love you both. I am super pumped up and excited. These bad fishing days, they don't bother me because I know that the time of my life is coming soon on the Jerry Parker's New Year's Eve Baldwin Bash when I get to stand next to and be in the presence of Chad Fields again. And I'm just, I'm sitting here struggling on this river and just biding my time and waiting for the day that I get to walk up and hug old Chad and say hi to D. And it keeps me going. It keeps me strong. Because I know, Danny, be patient. Chad's coming. He's going to be here. I look forward to Jack coming around more than I do Santa Claus. You're like, he's coming soon. Who's Santa Claus? No, Chad Fields. It's going to be wonderful. And the funny part is most of y'all think I'm kidding, man.
If you ain't, something's wrong.
Exactly, Chad. This year it's going to be primarily boats on the Baldwin. Ooh, we already named it Jerry Parker's New Year's Eve Baldwin Bash, which that's a given. But the subtitle is going to be Boats on the Baldwin. Worst case scenario, I'll be in an inner tube dragging behind Chad's boat. I'll be out there floating around the inner tube tied to a rope behind Chad. I'm like, will you quit hitting me with those sinkers?
How you get sinker eye?
That's the third time you smacked me in the face with a skipjack. Cut it out. There's my River Cats tackle brother, Mr. Lance McCouguy, the coolest guy on YouTube. How much time do I got left here? 3 hours. We got about 45 more minutes, a little less.
Yeah.
I come there and sit for several hours just to miss one fish.
Yeah. You have these days. There's nothing you can do about it.
Hey, on days
That's why
like
they
this
call it
lately,
fishing and not catching.
hey,
Yeah.
it's been so bad here lately that if you come out and get a bite, you go home happy. You're like,
Chad,
get any fish? You get a bite? Yeah, I got a bite today. I got a bite.
Chad wants to know if you're planning on bank fishing or he said back fishing or getting on someone's boat.
Okay, here's the thing. Right now, we don't know if there's going to be any bank anglers show up. I know 217 Rebel was there last year in Jello, But I talked to Richard about this the other day. Josh Dunnigan said he wanted me on his boat. Richard said I was welcome to be on his, and Parker did too. I've got plenty of offers to be on the boat, but I told him, I said, we're inviting all these people up there, right? It's basically River Rats based around Jerry Parker. Jerry Parker's the main host and of the whole bash. It's Jerry Parker's deal. But the River Rats all get together up there on that and do that. And I told Richard, I said, here's the thing. If you get a bunch of bank anglers that show up, I don't want to be like all of us invite people up there, you know what I'm saying? And then all of us jump on a boat and leave them standing on the bank. To me, I mean, I just feel kind of, I just don't feel right about that. That being said, don't worry about the bank anglers. If you get a bunch of people that come up on the bank, and they want to fish with one of the River Rats, and is what they're gonna get. I mean, they're not gonna be standing on the bank looking out there going, "Oh look, there goes Chad, there goes Parker, there goes Fishing in Freedom." Don't worry about it. You'll be on the bank with Danny Stone. If there's a bunch of bank anglers show up, I'll be there and I'll have my camera set up, and we'll do the bank angling thing there. Now, if ain't no bank anglers show up, they're gonna have a fist fight in the parking lot to see who gets me. And all I can say for the loser is sorry, and I'll try not to mess up your boat.
Oh my gosh.
He's like, you're not getting on my boat. I'll beat the crap out of you. out there punching and WWE and everything else. They're body slamming each other. And the guy left laying on the ground, I go over and pick him up and I go, all right, let's get in your boat and go. Let's go.
I'll take the loser list.
Chad said, ain't none of them sissies want to throw down with me.
I know it's pure entertainment itself.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh gosh, Big Wrench said he said he can take Chad.
The hardest part about doing the Baldwin Bash every year is that that when you get home, you got to go through your entire truck and try to find where they hit a piece of skipjack or something. It's not fun. That's the only part that's not fun, is trying to find that, not did they hide a piece of bait on my truck, but where did they hide it? Those guys are buttholes, man. I love them all to death, man.
I think it's best not.
And I'm not joking. That is one of the things I look forward to every year is the Jerry Parker's New Year's Eve Baldwin Bash. I'd like to try to get as many people start coming up to that as we can. You're not going after monster fish. That being said, don't think you can't catch a 30-pounder out of Baldwin. You can. But the majority of your fish you're going to catch you're just going to catch a whole lot of smaller ones. But it's fun. It's a fun fishing day.
That's why I ain't got many friends. I ain't got no chance stuck in my truck.
Oh man, I got about
I usually
35
get one
minutes
about
left,
that
guys.
time.
'Cause it's going to get dark even sooner here now because it's overcast and cloudy.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right,
theoretically, I would have time if I really busted my hump. I would have time to pack everything up, It's a 45-minute drive to get back home, load up all the lights and the gear and everything, and then drive 45 minutes back and fish on Brian B's tonight. As fun as that sounds, guys, that would just absolutely kill me. I'd be so freaking wore out and exhausted.
You'd be tired.
It's just, and then you're sitting there after exerting all that energy, and it gets real cold. It probably more than I can take tonight. I don't think I can handle it. I mean, just sitting here in this chair right now, my lower back has been cramping up pretty bad, and I'm not complaining. I don't care. I mean, but I'm just not gonna put myself through that. I'll let James and them have it. They can do what they want. God bless you and have fun.
Well, Danny, Merry Christmas, buddy.
You too, brother.
Captain Morgan, Merry Christmas to you. I'm gonna go ahead and step down and get out of here.
All right, now spread the word, Kelly. And I'm challenging you to do it too. The new challenge is we want to see how many people we can get. You go on YouTube and you can either make a short production video or you can do a short live. And you put the title of it is hashtag Catfish Christmas. And go on and tell everybody Merry Christmas. And if you want to challenge some people, you can. But the main thing is, don't wait for somebody to call you out. I want to see how many people we can do the hashtag Catfish Christmas between now and midnight on Christmas Day. There's your challenge, people. It's on you now to go and wish all your catfishing friends and family, brothers and sisters, Merry Christmas. Remember, hashtag Catfish Christmas. Let's see how many of them we can get up there. I'm counting on you. You guys are going to do it. I believe in you because I love you and you're great people. And we're going to spread some Christmas cheer if I have to come and choke the crap out of every one of you.
Well, if that gets you to come all the way over here to the other side of Kentucky, go for it.
There you go. I'll find you.
All right. Merry Christmas,
hey,
everybody.
You're closer to me than CatCon.
Merry Christmas.
All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
All right, bye, Kelly. Thanks for coming up.
All right.
Bye, Kelly.
I guess I can go hide a piece of skipjack in Captain Morgan's truck. Oops, I don't think I was supposed to tell him that.
I must have a friend.
Oh, you've got a mean friend.
Yeah, I see that.
I bet you can guess who it is.
I always tell the guys that I have friends, I don't have no friends. I got acquaintances.
There you go.
You ain't my friend.
If you had somebody that you thought would put a skipjack in your vehicle, who do you think it would be?
Me?
I'm going to give you. I'll give you a hint. You have fished with this person on numerous times.
Probably Shad Daddy.
Nope.
It wouldn't be Jody. I never see her half the time.
It's freaking Jody, man.
Well, you don't have to worry about that. She almost crapped in the boat. Had to take her to all these outhouses and they were closed. So she went in the ring. Fire ring. I'm glad I missed that.
No, I come all the way out here today and missed the only fish that we had a shot at catching.
I had a few hits.
Punk rookie, man.
I had a few hits there. They just didn't do nothing. I reeled down on a couple of them.
I reeled down on that one and I felt him for like maybe the fraction of a second. He pulled real hard and then he let go and I'm like, Mr. Real Time Catfishing John Parker. Man, John has been doing so many thumbnails and doing stickers for people, designing them. That man is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
John, take your hat off because I'm gonna sway your head up and you'll ruin a good hat. That hat's gonna pop. Ow.
Yeah, somebody with a disability doing so much for so many people.
Yeah. But no, John, Merry Christmas to you and Miss Dana. And
Merry Christmas, John.
special thanks for all the hard work you've been doing for everybody in the catfish community, making those amazing stickers and thumbnails and stuff. I know a lot of people said thank you and they appreciate it, but we can't say it enough. For you to do that is just it's unbelievable for you to put that kind of time and effort into that, and it's very, very appreciated. Absolutely, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you. You've made some really cool ones for me, and I love every time I see one. I go, "Oh my God, he can't beat that." And what does he do? He'll turn around and make another one, and he'll beat it, and he'll do it again, and he'll do it again. And I'm like, man, where does he come up with this stuff at?
That'd be
And thank you, John. Thank you so much. And Merry Christmas,
that'd be
brother.
cool if he
Love
made
you.
me one. That'd be cool if he made me one with a Captain Morgan hat on a catfish.
Yep.
I have to ask him.
Another lonely day on the river. No catfish come to see me.
Nope.
You know what it is, man? These fish figured out who I am. They're scared. When I sit up here, they all leave. They go, I'm over on the Missouri side, and they go, oh, all right, everybody, we're heading for Kentucky. They get together in a big school and do a mass migration.
Well, I can't sit home
Go
and
to the
sleep.
Kentucky side. Danny Stone's over there on the Missouri bank again.
I can't go home and go to sleep now and dream about the fish I caught. I didn't catch one.
Yeah.
Watching that rod go down in my dream.
You know what I do? That's for real. Man, there's been times I'd be having one of the best dreams ever, man. I'm catching the monster. This is a world record fish. You know, I'm finding him, I get him up there, and I'm holding him up in front of the camera, and then I'm not going to call to the conservation department and tell them, oh, I got the new world record. Then I wake up and just be pissed off. I'm like, no, it wasn't real. It wasn't real.
Or like the old man in the sea dragging that big fish and then the sharks ate it all up.
Oh, Lord, help me. They're still over there nibbling. That's, you know what? I'm feeding the babies so they can grow bigger. So what's going on here?
I got one doing the same thing over here.
They're just twitching it, you know, like that. And I know it's not trash hung up on the rod because you can tell the difference. The way they'll tap it and they'll pull it down and they'll tap it.
I guess they're just
You
laying
get leaves
stuck
or
in.
sticks on there. It's just a steady doing that. It just doesn't, you know, it doesn't stop. It's steady.
It's
With
just
this,
stuck
they'll
in the.
go bam, bam, bam.
They're just
Bam.
stuck in the mud, nibbling on it. Figured one to get up, move around, hit one of these.
Oh man, I'm going to be popping ibuprofen when I get up in the truck. My lower back is killing me sitting here in this lawn chair. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're baking cookies tonight with the grandkids. So that's going to be a fun little Christmas deal that we're doing tonight anyway. So Stacia wouldn't care if I decided to go ahead and fish tonight, but I know there's a lot of times that she'd prefer that me just to go ahead and just back off the fishing and spend some time with them. And I'm going to tonight.
Yeah.
I came real close to running home on grab my lights and stuff and fishing on Brian Beach tonight, but you know what? I really need to spend some time with the family tonight. I really need to do that. They've been doing a lot of mean stuff lately. They deserve spending time with me. Here's your payback. Avid fisherman, member for 14 months. Hey, Avid. Merry Christmas, brother. "24 more minutes."
Now the fish are coming to the top of the water all over the place out here, moving around.
That's the thing. Usually this time of day, I'll start seeing the buffalo and the carp. They'll start flopping out there in the middle of the river, and you'll see them breaking the surface of the water. I haven't seen a single fish today do that. Not one.
They're starting to do it here now. But they're not, no fish are biting. That's why they can do it, because those catfish not going to eat them. They're laying on the bottom. They don't care.
What's crazy about it, man, is like I said, last weekend, me and Richard, we scanned this entire section of river. We went 7 miles upstream and scanned the entire river up that way as we went. And the numbers of fish that you see is just ridiculous. And the big schools of carp and a huge, massive bait balls of shad. And you'll see big, giant catfish laying on the bottom and stuck there. And man, you can just go crazy trying to throw baits at them. And they just aren't doing anything. They're not touching it. They want no part of it. And that's why that would be the hardest thing for me about boat fishing. See, on the bank, I can throw out there and I can just tell myself, well, there's no fish in that spot today, or, whatever. I just picked a bad spot. But when you're in a freaking boat and you're riding along and you're marking those fish, dude, that'll drive you to the insane asylum knowing they're there and there's nothing you can do about it.
That's why I don't look half the time. I just go to my spot, just go in and
drive
try
me
it.
back crap crazier.
I just go to my spot and sit here and it'll come to me.
Sling some baits out. Yeah, me and Richard last weekend, it was pouring rain. We were still out here. And dude, he kept saying, look at that. And he'd point toward the screen. And I'd be like, oh my God, are you kidding me? There's like 5 of them right there. And we'd stop, we'd spot lock and throw all over them. There's no way that we didn't have a bait up in those fish's face. No way. And nothing.
That's like a guy fishing a tournament. He'd go riding around looking at the fish. We fished 5 minutes for it. He'd take off again. We kept doing that all night. We never caught it. And I told him, I started calling him Jasper Stoll. I'd go around look at the fish.
Yeah.
He didn't want to fish.
To me, you would have to, in that situation, what I would do, and you know what, I may be wrong, and there's going to be people saying, oh, that's stupid. But to me, what I would do, if I came up on a spot that was holding, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 monster fish that are just laying there, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to anchor up that boat, and I'm going to live there until they get hungry. You know what I'm saying? I will throw baits on. I will spend the night there the next day, and I will move in and make a homestead there on that spot. But I'm going to sit there with them until they finally decide to bite. Been there and done that. I've thrown in spots and sat there for well over 12 hours, and then finally that fish would take the bait. And I know that everybody, The guys that really know what they're doing, and they do. They say pull up a spot, you throw out there, you're marking fish, and you throw out there, and you sit there for a set amount of time. If you don't have a bite in that amount of time, roll it up and move. Roll it up and move. Well, that's all fine and good, but I want those fish.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, for me, if I'm sitting there and we've marked, some good marks and got some good fish, and you throw on them and throw them and throw them and don't bite. If I move to the next spot, guess what? Those fish are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
If they're not biting right there, they're not biting over there.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know. Because we did it. We ran 7 miles up through here last week and threw on every fish we marked. None of them were interested. None of them. So all we did by moving was just burn a lot of gas. I would just sat there and just stay on them.
I usually stay about an hour 15 minutes in one spot, and I move. That's what happened. I caught that 42. That was my last spot. I was there 10 minutes, and that fish took off with it. The other spots, I didn't get a bite.
I don't know if it's the Danny Stone curse or what, but it seems like every time I get to a spot, if I throw a rod out and I catch a fish in under 5 minutes, if I'm like, oh yeah, there it goes, the rod goes down, you catch one in 5 minutes, that's it. I can sit there for 4 hours and not even get another bite.
That's what that flathead did. I sat there another hour and a half, didn't even get a bite. Just caught it, that one fish.
I mean, it's like you throw out there and there's one fish that's out there swimming around, starving to death. And you catch him and they're gone. They're not there.
Yeah. Well, it happens to me too.
And let me be perfectly clear. None of these conversations that we're having, if you're on the Danny Stone's channel and we're talking like this, none of these conversations are meant to be professional advice in any way, shape, or form.
Don't do any of this. It's dangerous to your health.
All we're doing is talking about what happens, man. I mean, that's what happened that day. This is what happened that day. But say I'm giving you a pro tip, you can forget that. Don't go running telling everybody, Danny Stone told me. No, shut up. I didn't tell you nothing. I was just talking about what happened the other day,
Yeah.
That's not telling you what to do. Fishing at Fever, Austin. What's up, brother? Man, I hope I ain't coming down with that crap like Dunnigan had the other day where you lose your voice. There wouldn't be no part of me left if I lost my voice. It would erase my reason for living. I'm like, well, he's useless. At least not according to Tim, Tipfish Dog. The only curse we have in the community is shaking JP's hand. I tell you what. Now, I'm glad you said that because I don't know if I'm the only one, but I know for a fact that I'm immune to the John Parker juju. Because you can go back, and I had a video back when I caught the piebald catfish, as a matter of fact. I was doing a live show, and I had Haz was on panel, Brad B. and Lee Evans. And they were in there, and they were putting all kinds of curses on me and stuff. And they said, oh, John Parker just came into the chat. He said, you ain't catching nothing now. And I turned and I said, look at that rod. And it was bent down and it was going. And I went over and reeled that fish up. And then I did it again and again and again. And then I wound up catching that piebald that had the question mark on it. So John Parker is reverse juju for me under normal conditions. Now, what we're fishing right now is not normal conditions. Nobody can save me now.
Me either.
There's no help for this situation. I'm telling you. Even John Parker can't come in here with the reverse juju and save this day. He just can't do it. It's
And Parker-
beyond his reach of power.
And Parker didn't come in at all to help us.
But I've caught many fish with John Parker in chat. So John Parker is not bad luck for Danny Stone. Small water charters, John. That's Jon, people, not JOHN. Make sure you spell it right or he will not answer you. Do not put the H in John's name. That's like French. John. Crappie not biting on the Okeechobee yet. What? I didn't think it was possible for small water charters to go out and not catch crappie. I think somebody poisoned water. Hey, there's Greg Burgess. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. Guys, we're going to hang out for probably about another 15 minutes, and I'm going to get out of here before it gets dark because I can't get all. I'm going to have to make at least 4 trips to get all this gear out of here. And I don't want to. I don't want to do it in the dark. But it's been fun hanging out with you guys. I mean, we ain't leaving just yet. We still got a few minutes left. But I wanted to come out and just spend the day on the river, which I always love doing. And if I go a whole week without being out here and seeing you guys in chat and hanging out with you, I just feel like I'm missing out on something. You know what I'm saying? You know, fish or no fish, my friends are always there. Always there. God bless them and gotta love them. They don't care if you're not catching fish. They're sitting there cheering you on, saying, "Good luck, come on, you can do it." But if you don't catch a fish, it ain't like they go, "Man, I'm deleting his channel and unsubbing him, and I ain't never gonna watch that guy again."
No, they go off the screen. When you shut down, they start saying that stuff to yourself. I ain't watching that no more.
That's what a guy that didn't catch fish says. That's right, John. You're exactly right. I say it a lot. But on the other side of that, there's been days I've caught fish, lots of fish, good fish. And I would still make sure I pointed out and mentioned that one of the highlights of the day, you know what? I'm going to make a point with you. That's when you say that when you catch fish too, because here's the thing. What is cooler than having a great day of fishing, okay, and all your friends being there in the chat watching it while it happens? You know, that makes it even better. I mean, you can go out there and sit on the bank by yourself, turn the camera off, and just catch 100 fish. And it's like, yeah, that was nice. But there ain't nothing cooler than going out there and catching a bunch of fish and having all your friends right where y'all at? Over there watching while you do it.
Yeah.
And you know it's true because I've seen you do it.
Yeah.
So there, small water charters, in your face. I seen him throw a crappie up on the bank one night. I was watching him, and they were slamming them crappie, man. And he kept opening up that cooler and said, "Look at them slabs and stuff." Now, as much fun as that was, I promise you, John, you wouldn't have near as much fun if everybody wasn't there watching you. It just gives you that little something extra. You know what I'm saying? You know I'm true. You know what I'm saying. And that's why I say I'm thankful for y'all here when they aren't biting, when you aren't catching fish. I mean, it sucks for y'all, but but I can live with it.
I just send my pictures to Jody and let her look at them.
I just love laughing and having fun. And you know what? If I sat out here doing this without this phone on, they'd come by and put a net on me.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Even when I ain't live streaming, I'm still sitting on the bank talking to myself doing this. But I'll set the camera up on a tripod. That way they think I'm talking to somebody anyway. I don't want to get locked up. My wife said, "You going fishing today?" "Yeah." "Are you going live?" "No." "Well, take your phone with you anyway, because I'm not coming to getting you out of the crazy house again. Just talk to the phone like you are live. That way people don't think you're nuts." Whoo, man, my back is killing me. 8 more minutes, you guys. 8
Yeah.
more minutes, and I'm gonna get out of here and go home and just kind of chill out.
Me too.
Marty,
I was trying to.
Dago.
At least you get to see your grandkids.
Let me
Mine are
get
in
some.
Illinois. I don't get to see my grandkids.
Albaladejo. Is that it? Albaladejo? Did I say that right? Marty, just put a thumbs up if I said it right. Marty Albaladejo. Told you fools to stay in school. If he writes it in cursive, a bunch of people ain't gonna know what it is. I can't
Yeah, when I
pronounce it when he pins it. I was close. Okay. I'm throwing grenades out of here, brother.
I just sit when I watch you and you don't catch anything, I just sit there and laugh the whole time. All the stuff you're saying.
Wolfstein Outdoors, that's your brother? Okay, cool, man. Oh, Wolfstein. Woo!
Start to see your breath now.
Well, we got to feed some baby fish today.
Yeah. I just doing my part, so they got fed. Hope they choke on it.
Let them nibble on the baits. And I'll definitely shut this camera off before I reel these rods up because I'm going to break off every one of them, and y'all don't want to hear me when I do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8 rods out, and I'll probably lose like 6 rigs. But I can go home. I got a big map on the wall at the house that I took like a Google Earth shot of the Mississippi River in this area. And I'll put a pin in there, for different colored pins saying this spot sucks, or I need to come back to that spot at springtime or summer. This spot here is probably going to get a suck pin in it for a while.
Oh, you put a pin in it. I'll try to get Captain Morgan on here when I come back here. We'll just sit here and just look at the rods.
Yep, stick a pin in it, call it done. Small water charge. Just caught a catfish. Take that, Danny. Shut up, John. Jon. Sad part about this, John catching catfish, and he ain't even wanting to. He's trying to catch crappie, and he catches catfish. Maybe I need to go crappie fishing.
I ain't too good at that.
That's something I need to do this next week while I'm off. I probably need to go try to target some crappie. That'd be fun. I'll do a little crappie trip or something. Man, it's starting to get dark quick here. I know you can't tell it on that camera, but it's getting dark quick. We're fixing to
Getting
get
cold.
out of here. I got about 5 more
That's getting a
minutes.
lot colder too.
Yeah, I didn't bring no lights, no nothing with me. I wasn't planning on being out here very long. I never plan on being out here very long. I always wind up being here longer than I said. Wasn't big, but still counts and one. Yeah, it does, John. You know what? I was watching John when he was crappie fishing at night, and he kept pulling up them little channel cats. What John don't understand is that those channel cats that he's catching, those are the size that I want. That's if I'm going to eat a channel cat, that's the one I want right there. I want that little 1 to 2 pound fish. 1 pound to 2 pounders, perfect, man. Good eating fish right there. My favorite. Now you start catching them 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pounders. You always got to chunk them up into nuggets or cut them into smaller pieces. But at 1 to 2 pound fish, one swipe of the blade, boom, got a whole fillet right there that cooks up whole. Good to eat, and it tastes better. Smaller catfish tastes better than big catfish. I don't care what anybody says.
Yep.
If you tell me that big catfish tastes better, then you ate too much mud growing up as a kid. You were that kid in the backyard eating mud pies going, these are delicious. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. You ate mud pies and you loved them. Whoo, man, it's fixing to get dark, fast.
Yep. I'm gonna start reeling
Paint
mine
chips
up.
count? Absolutely, John. The paint chips only count if they got lead in them. You know, think about it. You know that a lot of people talk about the difference between kids back when we was kids and kids now, and they go, "Man, kids nowadays they're stupid. They eat Tide Pods and stuff like that." You know, I'm looking back, go, well, I knew a lot of kids that ate paint chips. Nothing's changed. They're all idiots. It's just a different generation eats different stuff. You know, we grew up eating paint chips, and there you are eating Tide Pods, and you're telling a kid, you're an idiot. Don't eat that Tide Pod. You are an idiot for eating a Tide Pod, by the way. I'm not promoting Tide Pods. But don't think we didn't eat paint chips. Do as I say, not as I do. Uncle G, got here just in time for me to get out of here. I got less than a minute to go. But good to see you. Merry Christmas, Uncle G. Okay, one more time before I get ready to get out of here. I'm throwing out a new challenge to everybody. If you haven't seen it yet, this is what we're doing. I want everybody to go and make a short video or a short live, or you can make it longer if you want. But I want you to title it #Catfish Christmas. And I want you to go on there and wish everybody a Merry Christmas, okay? Let's spread some Christmas cheer. Why do I get tongue-tied on that every time? Let's spread some Christmas cheer and tidings of good joy amongst ourselves and others, okay? But there's your challenge. Short video or a short live that's titled #Catfish Christmas. And tell everybody how much you love them, how much you appreciate them on this holiday season, and make sure that we let each other know, okay, that we do care. And Jesus is the reason for the season, But what would Jesus do? He would want us all to love each another, one another, and to show that love. And this is the best time of the year to do that. It absolutely is. I believe that with all my heart. And you can call me crazy. You can talk bad about me all you want. And I don't care because you're not going to change my mind. It doesn't bother me. You're just a big old Grinch, as if you do. But you know what? That's your weakness and not mine. My strength is in my is how I care about my friends, and the bond I have with them. That's my strength, and that's where it comes from. Okay, so we're gonna get on out of here. Captain
Amen.
Morgan, you got anything you want to say to everybody real quick before I get ready to close this out?
Yeah. It's called drop the phone. Merry Christmas to all a good night.
Perfect.
And remember, it is for the Lord. That's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Hope you're all blessed.
Absolutely.
Take
Well,
it
thank
easy,
you for
gang.
coming
Thanks
up and
for
hanging
having
out
me
with
up
me,
here.
brother. We didn't catch
Thanks
no
for,
fish for them, but we got to let them hang out and talk with each other, spend a little bit of time together, which is always important too.
maybe the next
But
time we go
I'm going to
fishing,
go
we'll
ahead and
kill
get
it.
ready to get out of here. You guys make sure you go make your hashtag Christmas, catfish Christmas videos. Tell everybody how much you care about them. And as always, you're my brothers, you're my sisters, you're my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you. You know Danny Stone loves you. You know he does. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye,
Bye,
everybody. Merry
everybody.
Christmas. Love you.
Merry Christmas.